All right, guys, I am back, and this is going to be kind of like a hodgepodge video. I'm trying a couple of things I have never done before, and then I think it Sheila, maybe, said that she'd like to see some stamping on fabric and how I do it. So I thought I would bring you guys along. I have never worked with alcohol inks, and Emily got these for me for my birthday. And so yeah, this is just going to be kind of a let's see what we get type of thing. I brought along some of these paper clips, and I'm going to do some small ones too. We're just going to see. I know I've seen a couple of people do just different alcohol things. So I just thought I would, like I said, just try it. Because there is some things that I want to do, and I can't find my little pads that I bought for this. So we're just going to kind of wing it with some, oh yeah, that does work pretty good. Cotton balls is what I was saying, or gonna say. I think typically you would want to use like felt pieces. Okay, I'm going to set that aside and let it dry for a minute. So that's the caramel. Just kind of, wonder if we can get a little darker. I think it's one of those things, a little dab will do ya. Oh yeah, if you go over it a second time. Yeah, there's a lot of things I want to do with these alcohol inks, so kind of just getting my feet wet today. So come along with me. So also somebody asked me in the comments, and we all know how my comment responses have been the last like 3 months, right? Not great. So I'm sorry about that, guys. Like before the fires, we have been having some family things going on. So yeah, I haven't been able to really respond to comments as quickly as I would like to, because I do like to try to answer each one individually. So yeah, there's that. So that all said, the fires are happening here in Colorado. I was asked where I was at, like approximately for the fires. And then I was also asked about my shop name, and it's called Two Precocious Dames. I know it sounds a little funky, and I didn't really think it through before we named the shop. It's really, the Two Precocious Dames comes for Grace and I. And it was supposed to be different and fun and zany, and well, we all know what happens when we research Two Precocious Dames on the internet. Yeah, so there's that. So we've thought about maybe changing it, but we just haven't gotten that far. And honestly, I mean, like, if people would stop like using good words for bad things, you know, then we wouldn't have that problem. So anyways, that said, so I guess in the title you figured out it's like question and answer. So hopefully I've answered those questions that people wanted answered. Ooh, look at that. I might have dyed fingers because I haven't filmed the other ones yet. Oh, maybe those are dry enough. I should go back around them, huh? Yeah, these feel dry. Yeah, I think those felt things would actually be better, because this is like falling apart, kind of being a facetious. So I'm going to pause you for a second because I actually know where some felt is. It won't be one of the felt pad things, but I'll be right back, guys. Okay, guys, sorry about that. This is just like a regular little felt pad like you get in the Walmart section. So we'll just see how it works. So I'm just going to trim it down just a little bit. I have no idea if it's actually going to stick to my thing or not. That remains to be seen. I don't know if that's a little bit better or a little bit worse for the application. Maybe it's something you have to build up in your sponge, huh? And all you alcohol inkers are probably like, oh my gosh, she's just trying it. Yeah, you'd be right. That's all right. Gracie's totally irritated. If you guys heard me on yesterday's video, Monday we ended up having a big snowstorm, which didn't bode well for her going back for her first like couple of days of in-school learning. Well, then yesterday, most of her teachers said no, that they're like, you don't have to be in class, you just have to do the work like it was in the spring. Well, one of the teachers marked her absent, and he was like, well, you should have known. It's like, no, the instructions the district sent us said nothing about that. It said that in-school learning will resume on Thursday for this group. It didn't say you still have to check in with the teacher. It just said you had to do the homework. So yeah, she's pretty irritated because now she has an unexcused, which, I mean, I'm going to call and get it excused, but yeah, I think I like that. Doesn't seem to do as thorough of a job, if I'm being honest. Well, maybe that's the trick. Maybe you have to set it down. Meanwhile, my fingers are getting grosser and grosser. I think this would probably be one of those times that you're really supposed to, like, wear gloves, you know? I'm not sure that I like this on metal any more than I liked it, like, just doing the, okay, so that's the caramel color. All right, let's try latte. How about that? But I like the permanent marker, and Susan Taylor Brown has a pretty good video on that. I don't think I really like that one on metal either. I mean, it's not bad, it just doesn't show up real well. I bet on paper it looks good. Okay, let's try, I bet you the ginger's about the same way. We'll do a little bit of ginger, and then I have a teak wood too that I picked up last week in my I need to shop mode because my life is like crazy. Oh, that doesn't really look great on paper clips, but I can see how that's going to look good on other stuff. Yeah, it doesn't really put a whole lot of color in there. Still okay though. I think I like the ginger better than I like the other ones. Okay, so we're gonna go rogue again. I'm gonna open this one here because it just was like a variety pack. And I just got these at Hobby Lobby, and I used a 40% off coupon, so it was like $11.99 and then whatever 40% off is. I'll try the teak. Okay. Sorry for my reach, guys. I need a couple more. Oh yeah, the teak's really dark. Okay. Like the teak. yeah, the teak looks really good. So for paper clips, I think that color is my favorite, if I'm being honest. It's a close race between the ginger and the teak wood. So if you go to get ones and you like this, those are the two colors I like the best. I mean, obviously go with what you want, but and I would definitely recommend something felt over anything else. The cotton ball didn't really work really well, but I have seen people use Q-tips too, so that might work pretty good. The kids' bathroom apparently is out of them, so yeah. Okay, so those are really cool. Okay, I like those. And let me get them onto a different, let me wipe my fingers, or try to. I have, oops. I have a feeling that it's not going to come off real well. I have a feeling it's one of those staining things, and I would be right. Yeah, it's not going to come off. So note to others, it does stain your fingers. I mean, I don't particularly care. Like long term, you know, whatever. So if you give me a second, I will drip my baby wipe everywhere. I guess if you scrub a little bit, it's coming off. Probably not off my thumbnail though. I can see how that's not going to come off for a little bit. That's all right. I still have stuff to do with the fire stuff. So let me... So that was a fun little trial, huh? Get rid of that. All right, so that's what we kind of made. These are the teakwood ones, so I kind of like those. It's more of a rusty color. Yeah, so those turned out pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of like those. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and set those back in this thing because that will be in a few minutes. And then let's move on to stamping on fabric really quick. Let me set those aside. Not really sure what to do with this ink pad though. I'll just set it there for a minute. Okay, oh, and my messy mat. All right, fabric would be not close to me. Hold on. Just when you think you're all prepared, you figure out that you are not. And a lot of my stuff is still packed, so we're gonna have to kind of just go with smaller stamps. Which I do have them handy. Yeah. I'm not sure if I have that longer stamp block. We'll see. We'll just see what we get. And I'm gonna go ahead and do Christmas because obviously we're gonna be working on Christmas. So what I do is I kind of look at my stamps, and I will say my favorite fabric to stamp on is like a muslin type fabric. Not crazy about this one, but I'm going to use it up anyways. There's those red poinsettias I was looking for yesterday. Let's do a couple of these. See what we get. Now you can stamp with like distress inks and stuff. However, your lines are going to get blurry and it's not necessarily waterproof. So I like this one, and then I like the archival inks. And again, I don't have everything back in the house yet. So those are my go-to I'm stamping on fabric inks. I haven't tried some of the other ones. So yeah, you're getting my opinion on based loosely or lightly on what I use. And what did I just do with that stamp block? There it is. And yep, it's a giant, but it is what it is. So let's do the stays on first. And I typically do my stamping in black or this brown because I like the look. You certainly could do it in any color you like. I have stamped in the purple before. Okay. And I've never had it bleed through before, but I suppose you probably should have something down. And then I just stamp and I hold it there for a few minutes. Oh, I'm too far away, I think. Let me re-stamp. And I usually stamp these things several times. Like, give myself like 3 or 4 of each of the images. And I don't really like that wrinkle right there, but oh, that's a little better. I'm going to stamp that off really quick and get me a different stamp. The car. The car seems like it might be cute. Now, one thing I do that's a little bit different is fit on there? Barely. Okay, so see how the width of this is? I'm going to go ahead and stamp the car this way. Because if I did it this way, then everything would have to be bigger, like when I rip it. So it's just kind of space saving, or, you know. And you want to make sure, learn from my mistake. Sometimes I put them too close together. That's cute. I was trying to think really quick if I had any other questions that like come to mind really quick. No, there was a couple other questions, but for the life of me, I can't remember what they are now. Excuse me, I'm gonna get a drink. Oh, so I was saying about the fires. We still have fire. Though it's better, they were basically saying, oh, a little light there, but that's okay. Most of our journal stuff is lighter, isn't it? Okay, let's try this little globe here. I do think we need to get a little bit of that It's a Wonderful Life in there. It's a little saying on this stamp pack here. Oh, I just got that on my ink or on my block. Yeah, maybe you shouldn't take lessons from me. Apparently, I'm just going to be kind of a goofball today. Okay. All right. I was thinking that I had little, excuse me, scraps over here that I could probably stamp up a couple. Yeah, maybe 2 on this one. Okay, so let's see here. Oh, that's so cute. I'll do one more on this other side. Yep, then we'll cut it in half and we'll love it. Okay, let's see what else we've got over here. Some packages. I think that one might be too big. Oh, and again, I get most of my stamps from Tuesday morning. And let's see, this one just says Crate Paper and Merry Days. There's a little skew there. I haven't spent a ton of money on my stamps. I mean, I love stamping, but not to the point where I want to spend lots and lots of money on it yet. Oh, that's pretty. Okay, yep, I like those. Okay, now what I do is I kind of, the widest one here is this right here, so I'm going to cut at this end. So I make sure to give that plenty of room. And then I just pull it down like so. Obviously, you have to clean out some of those, and we can always take these sides down if we want to. And this is what I do, is I just tear it into sections like so. I usually don't worry about the strings until after I'm done though, because if not, you'll be picking for hours, right? And more times than not, they'll just come off anyways as you're tearing. Yeah, so I'll finish tearing this down so you can kind of get the full scope of it. Oh man, that is cute, isn't it? That little car is adorable. Well, and the muslin, as I was saying earlier, the muslin just tears easier too. And I like the stamp clarity a little bit better on it. And at that point, you can get whatever you prefer. You can get white, you can get the unbleached. I just think it makes it nicer. And then it doesn't, like, you can probably see how this is curling up a little bit and see how I'm off just a little bit. I've got extra over here. So then I just take it down like so. And all better. And then this piece will go in the snippet bin. As easy as that. See what I mean? It doesn't, this stuff from Walmart doesn't tear. It was one of the fat quarters, and I got it because I didn't have a lot of my fabric scraps and stuff with me when we were evacuated. So yeah, I'm not really impressed with that. I think it was made in a hurry and the weave is off. Which, I mean, obviously we know why, because everybody needed masks and everything like that, but I just don't think the production was that good, if I'm being honest. And normally I would take that salvage edge off, but I kind of like the way it looks, so I'm going to leave that. And then this one is a little bit too wide. So there you go. So we have our little paper clips and we have some stamped fabrics. All right, guys, I hope you found this video useful. I really enjoy showing you guys these things. So if there's more things you want to see, just let me know and we will talk to you soon. Bye, guys.